The time has come to finish our little piece here, and we're going to do what is called either bind off or a cast off. They mean the same thing, it means finishing your knit piece, your piece of knitting. They're used completely interchangeably, cast off or bind off, either one. What I'm going to teach you is called a basic chain cast off or bind off. And there are many different types of bind offs, and they all have different pros and cons to them. How strong are they? How stretchy? How nice do they look? Things like that. But this is a nice basic one that is actually really easy, and you're gonna recognize most of the steps. All right. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna knit 2 stitches. So up through the fence, catch the sheep, bring it back through, and off it leaps. Up through the fence, catch the sheep, bring it back through, and off it leaps. Okay, now with this, you want to make sure that your stitches are pretty loose, okay? Because then you're going to take your left needle, you're going to put it into the stitch, that first stitch, and lift it up and over the first stitch. Oh, over the second stitch, sorry. And you see, now you've only got 1 stitch, but this stitch, it's not going anywhere. It is finished off. So we're going to knit until we have 2 stitches on our right needle again. Up through the fence, catch the sheep, bring it back through, and off it leaps. And then we're going to take the lower stitch, bring it up and over the front stitch. And look at that. Back to one stitch on here, and both of those are finished off in a way that they are not going to come out. You're not going to lose them at all. They aren't going to, ladder. It's called laddering, where it goes all the way down and you've lost all your hard work. That's not going to happen. You don't have to worry about it. It's finished off. So you do that all the way across. You knit until there are 2 stitches. Pick up, learn up and over. And then you knit another stitch. And see, I'm sort of pulling them down a little bit to make sure that there's some space, because if your stitches are really tight here, then your bind off will be really tight. And it won't be able to move and stretch the way you want it to. I mean, this is a very sturdy bind off, but you still want it to have some flexibility. Up and over. And if you find that you are having trouble getting, that your bind offs are always too tight, try changing the size of this needle. Like right now I'm using an 8. I could use a 10 or something. Use a bigger needle, and that will allow you to have a stretchier bind off. It won't be as tight because instead of me trying to make these stitches loose, they will automatically be looser because the stitches will be bigger. Up and over. See? And it makes this really cool little line of V's. Like I said, there are many different bind off techniques, and as you get more and more into knitting, start learning them, because there are some really beautiful ones and stuff. So knit the stitch, up and off. Knit it. Up and off. Do you see how it's just wrapped around that? And that's all that it takes. And that's enough to keep it secure. Up and over. Sorry. Up and over. And up and over. And up and up and over. Oh, but there's not another one. So you know what we do with this guy? You can decide which is easiest. You make it into a bigger loop and either wrap it around your ball or around your piece, and then you give a bit of a tug, and look at that. It's caught so that it's not going to come apart. So now this little guy, totally done. Obviously, it's just like a worm. It's actually, yeah, it's kind of a cute worm. Hello. And that is the basic chained bind off, because it makes it like a little chain looking thing. And then your piece is done. Woohoo!